जय श्री माता जी। हम सब श्री माता जी को प्रणाम करके बंधन लेते हैं। महामंत्र और श्री गणेश मंत्र। अभी हम संतुलन करते हैं। बायां हाथ श्री माता जी की ओर रखेंगे, दाहिने हाथ को जमीन पर या जमीन की तरफ। श्री माता जी से प्रार्थना करेंगे। श्री माता जी, कृपा करके आपके भूतत्व द्वारा हमारे इड़ा नाड़ी को पूर्णतः शुद्ध कर दीजिए। अपने दाहिने हाथ को हम श्री माता जी की ओर करते हैं अभी। बायां हाथ आकाश की ओर। श्री माता जी, कृपा करके आपके आकाश तत्व द्वारा हमारे पिंगला नाड़ी को शुद्ध और संतुलित कर दीजिए। अपने बाएं हाथ को हम श्री माता जी की ओर रखते हैं। दाहिने हाथ को हृदय पे रखेंगे। श्री माता जी से प्रार्थना करते हैं, श्री माता जी, कृपा करके आप हम सभी के हृदय में आई। श्री माता जी, कृपा करके आप हम सभी के हृदय में आई। हमारी आत्मा को प्रकाशित कर दीजिए। हमारे आत्मा का प्रकाश हमें हमारे चित्त में दीजिए। अपने दोनों हम श्री माता जी की ओर करते हैं। इसी स्थिति में हम श्री माता जी की अमृत वाणी ग्रहण करते हैं।
So here we are in Finland, and it has complicated itself a little bit because it's the end of land, you see, so all the problems come and settle in the end, you see. And that's how we see here there are lots of negative forces that have been working very nicely. And also there are so many seekers. So it's more attraction for them to come and attack the seekers. So now when you take to Sahaja Yoga, you have to know that Sahaja Yoga is like the light coming in your life. And the light which comes gradually shows you everything that you have. For example, you are carrying a snake. Somebody says, throw away the snake. You are in the darkness, you think it's a rope. So you don't want to throw away the snake. But the light comes in, you see the snake in your hand, you get a fright. Throw it away. You get a fright. And somebody might just run away thinking that the snake has come from Sahaja. So the people who come to Sahaja also will be like that. They'll come to Sahaja, then they'll be upset about themselves. Oh God, this is my condition. And they would not like to face the reality when and again. So you have to be very patient with them and careful. It's a little complicated place. So if somebody is coming to Sahaja Yoga, say, he is coming from complete darkness, from complete ignorance. Maybe he is already half mad. You would not know what his mental condition is. Maybe he is suffering from some sort of a horrible disease. Could be cancer, could be anything. Because if diabetes, gurus, this, that could be anything. And maybe they are not suffering yet from that. Or they are suffering so much that they can't feel it. So it's very complicated. So one should not first of all know first principle of Sahaja Yoga, never get disappointed. Never get disappointed. Sometimes you have to work hard. I've worked on people for 24 hours and I found they are good for nothing, just like stones. If I had worked on stones, at least I would have created a Ganesha. You find there's nothing has come out of that all that work. So there's nothing to feel frustrated inside. It's our, whatever we have to do, we shouldn't worry about the fruits of it. It's one of the main principles of Gita is karmanyavadikara. Do the karma is there, but not to wait for Kaleshu ma kadachi. We should not worry about the fruits. And that's what it is. So that will keep you on the right track. Otherwise you might get frustrated, and I have known people how they have been breaking their heads. And so one day I said, why are you so much worried? Say it happened in Boston. So they said, Mother, do you mean to say all of them are going to go to hell? I said, I don't say that. So escape. But I would say that at least you should not be no fools. Till the end we should try to save them. And things will work out. And it has started working out there. In the same way, we have to know that in the beginning you never get many surgeries. Never, whatever you may try. Even in India I started with one surgery. Because we have to have a foundation, proper foundation. We have to have proper people. Also, Divine doesn't want us to have too many people, because there would be just useless people joining us. So we have to know that first of all we have to have solid, good surgeons. And those who call themselves surgeons have to build up themselves in such a manner that they are very good surgeons and there are no catches, nothing, and their attention is good. First, once they are established, then we can build up the whole building on them. But otherwise, it so happens that if the foundation is weak, the whole building can go down. So we have to have few surgeries. We can't afford to have many. Though you will see when I go, I get flattered in thousands. Everywhere. I mean, it's not Italy. I went Milano. They had never seen my face. They never knew who I was. But the whole hall was for I don't know how many thousand people, and you had to just wait through it. Everybody was so enthusiastic. I could see the future also. So we got about 10 people out of all that. Then 10 people more, 10 more. That's how it started gathering. Because in Sahaja Yoga you have to become. Becoming is important. If you don't become something, you are no good to the Sahaja Yoga. So this is a very, very big problem. So never get frustrated, never get upset about it. If anybody says anything to you, after all he's blind, so it doesn't matter. Have pity on him and don't get angry. There may be some fanatics, something, you see, they are against Sahaja Yoga naturally because they are fanatics, they are not wanting reality. So all such things will happen. You have to show your patience and a complete forbearance. That's very important. Never to get frustrated. The number we have, we should try to perfect it. The more you perfect it, the better it would be for our basic things, our foundation, which has to be very strong. And once the foundation is strong, then you can go ahead with it. But just now to begin with, you should not talk about me much. Just say that she is an ordinary human being like us at the most. If you don't want to tell lies, you can just say that alright, she's alright, we shouldn't discuss that, let us discuss ourselves. Let us know ourselves. That's better than you see, then we know her like that. This is keep it for the further discovery. If you go on making them understand that it is for their benevolence, for their own energy, their own maneuvering, they should keep it to themselves, they will be happy. And not to tell them about me much. Now the miraculous of things of Sahaja Yoga should not be described or talked to. Like I did talk to them about the photographs with these two persons that they have been doing Sahaja Yoga. But normally never show them any miraculous photographs. Because they will always say you have managed it and it has been sort of a kind of a maneuvering. For that I would say that smoke is not on. So you should limit yourself to some things, like telling about Sahaja Yoga, about Kundalini, about all these things. But about me or about miraculous photographs and all miraculous things we should not talk. Keep it in a general way. And also you should say it's a puja and things like that. Because very few people can come to puja, you know that. So everybody need not know about puja, need not know about everything about things, but what you can tell them is that there are chakras, they have to be cleaned out, they have to be kept in balance, and we have to raise the kundalini. How to raise the kundalini also that you can say. And you say that just now let's use mother's photograph for the time being. But later on when you are free, independent, you will be experts, then you don't have to use mother's photographs. Then they will never give up. Isn't it? So, or they fight for it. And thirdly, they are afraid of collectivity. So you have to say that because we are not collective, that's why we are frightened. And if good people all collect together, if righteous people like that, if you talk, they won't be afraid of you. You see, now only the thugs combine, only the thieves combine, the good people don't combine. So we have to combine good people. So then they will understand that part, then they won't be angry. Otherwise, if you say we have to have collective, they must be thinking we are up to something. See, that will be the suspicion. It is always. Because you will see that nobody combines for love. If they combine together, they only combine for what you call is a fight, or the hatred, or could be some sort of sinister stuff. Otherwise they never combine. If you say we are for love with love, then so we know this kind of story, we know this love. So if you have to really bring them round through discussion and argument, you must first of all be well equipped with Sahaja Yoga. That means that, of course, the knowledge of Sahaja Yoga is too vast, but you should be in such a mood and such a state and such a personality that they should see that there's something special about this person. And then they will accept you much better. Alright? That's what we have to do, and not to get frustrated. It's a fun. It's just fun, that's all. We don't get this, alright, we'll have another one. Doesn't matter. And now I've been going to countries and countries and countries now. I would say that first time when I went to Italy, which is today is a great Sahaja Yogi nation. I stayed in a hotel like this. And Mr. Gavin had arranged to stay in a hotel, and there was going to be a press conference and then a very huge meeting for which also I paid for a big hall in that. So we went there. With me was the horse, the first wife. Went down. And they gave us the, of course, room and all that was nice. I stayed there. But when in the evening we went down, not a single soul for the press, and not a single cockroach even for the meeting. And before that, we both, I of all the things, went out to do the postal. And she was so worried that he would catch us and something will happen. I said, nobody will to catch me today. Just let me do it. I went and did all the postal. Well, we were the only people there. So this is how it is. Despite that, not a single soul came in. Not a single soul. It's all right, it was fun. You see, it happened that time, so I could tell you today for you to laugh. So that is how. They'll realize it later on in Sahaja Yoga, gradually they'll know that what they have been doing, how they were stupid, how they were, and they'll enjoy it eventually. So all events are important in Sahaja Yoga, very important, because that gives a variety and an interesting theme. So everything has to be taken as fun. I wish you people could completely understand this and relax completely on this point. Never get frustrated. If somebody is not alright, doesn't get vibrations, you should just find a little bit alright next time. Alright? So may God bless you. आधी अंग्रेजीत बोलते मी, म्हणजे यांच्याशी जरास होईल, मग तो आपल्याशी मराठीत बोला. So now most of you are here, and it's a nice place for all of you to meet from different countries. Aurangabad has a special significance in my own life because my forefathers came from a place very near from here called as Paitan, but originally known as Pratishthan. I think about 2 years back we were there. And this is the place where Valmiki, who wrote the great epic of Ramayana, lived here. And when Sita was taken away from her house, and when she was pregnant, there was another ashram of his in Nepal where she stayed. And then she was brought here. That's why you see a kind of a culture of Maharashtra going to the hills and also to Nepal through her and her children, who went down, one to Russia and another to China. The name of one who went to Russia was Love, and the one who went to China was Kush. So they are called as Slavs, they are mostly called as Lev, and those who went to China are called as Kushan. So they lived here from their birth till they became about, say, 12 years of age, when Valmiki composed Ramayana and taught them how to sing that song of Ramayana. So then they went to Ayodhya, and there they started singing the song. With that singing, Sri Rama was very much touched. They challenged him in a way that there's a lady who was such a chaste person was driven out of. They didn't know that was Rama was their father. Then they came back and stayed here for some time and then went again to Nepal, because she was a Nepali lady. So I think her father must have arranged something for her to stay in Nepal in that Valmiki ashram, which can be only approached from Bihar, which I have seen myself. Also, that's a very important spot where this ashram was established by Valmiki, because here there was a big struggle of evolution going on between the big animals like Manmath and all those big animals, between the others who were very quick to turn and were very clever, intelligent and supple. They destroyed most of these big animals. And in that river, there were lots of crocodiles. And when the king of the elephant, known as Gajendra, was drinking in water, one of them, a big one, attacked to kill him, so that the whole clan, or we can say the whole journey of these elephants, would be destroyed. That spot is very important, because there Sri Vishnu appeared and he killed the crocodile and saved the elephant. So out of all these big animals, only the elephant was saved, and that's why that place is called as Gajendra Moksha. So there's a big quarrel going on, because Valmiki had his ashrams in different places. Where was real Valmiki's things? But actually Valmiki lived here in this area on the other side of the Godavari river, which was going along the Paithan or the Pratishthan, the kingdom of Shalivanar. And he used to plunder people. And he was a plunderer. He was a fisherman and he was a plunderer. Then from there they say Narada came as a saint from there, from the other side, and they plundered him also. So he said, "Why are you plundering me?" Narada asked. He said, "Because I have to feed my children, I have to feed my wife, I have to feed my family, I have to look after them, I have a large family. So how am I to maintain all that? I am the only person who is the earning member." But he said, "Do you think they will sacrifice everything for you?" He said, "I am sure they will." He said, "All right. Now you become like a dead man." And they took his dead body, so-called, 4 of them, 4 saints, and put it in the house and told them that this fellow died in plundering us, but there is a way to again bring him to life. That you have to promise that somebody from you all have to die in his place. If you agree that you will die in his place, then one person has to replace him. They tried. Somebody said, no, I cannot die, I'm too young. Another said, no, I have to look after my children. Another said, what will happen to my grandchildren? All kinds of things. And nobody offered themselves. So Valmiki got up and he realized that so far he has been really doing something wrong. So he said, then what should I say? He said, what would you say if you die? He said, I will say, Mara, 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 means I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. He said, all right, say the other way. Go on saying. So it came to Rama, 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 like that. But he said it won't work out. You have to do a penance because you have done lots of bad things in your life and you have hurt many people. So you have to do the penance. So he sat down for penance on a big mountain here, which is called as a Valmiki mountain. And the termites ate up his body. And he became like a termite. Only his neck was up and he was saying that. And the whole body was eaten up by termites. So then again Sri Vishnu appeared before him and removed his termites and gave him realization. And a termite in Sanskrit language is called as Valmi. That's why he was called as Valmiki. That's why he was called as Valmiki. So the story then afterwards leads to the coming of Sita there. So it's a very important part of Ramayana was played here. And he said that Shalivahanas helped this Valmiki temple and Valmiki person to prosper, and they treated him with great respect as their master. But actually their master was, long time back, was one Shandilya, where we have taken the land near Neera river. So it's a very ancient, thousands of years back, because Rama must have lived before Krishna, say about 8,000 years back. So it's a very ancient place, this one is. After that, people remove all the trees and all that, so it has become such a barren land. And it is not sort of so fertile now. But once upon a time, it was a beautiful forest here. And in that forest, Valmiki used to live. So this is the story of this place. I hope you will be happy to know you are in a very historical place just now. And I'm trying to find out if you can on your way go to also to this Vaipaitan, the Pratishthan. On your way, maybe, I don't know how, because we are all running short of time because of aeroplane timings, as you know. But in any case, I'm very happy that also Italians have arrived and they have taken so much trouble to come all the way directly from there to get to the puja. Though I had arranged in Pratishthan all their food, everything, breakfast, so that they could sleep in the night and early in the morning take the food and come here. All these stories, these people know very well. We all know everything about our country in these ancient times, you see, very grand, beautiful. And the work of all these saints and all these seers has woven into the character of Maharashtrian people. So you will find them that they have certain gifts already to protect themselves, which has come because of the following of these saints and to following of a realized soul. And the people are very God-fearing and they respect saints and they also know who is a real saint mostly. I hope you all will understand that when we think of the comfort of our spirit, the whole life is sort of penetrated with the light of the Spirit. And we start changing our attitude towards life. Not only that, but also we have a kind of a tremendous confidence in our virtues and we enjoy them. We do not indulge into any such thing. Though in a way we can say that in this culture there is not much of finesse, not much of artificiality. They won't say thank you 100 times. That's not done. They don't say sorry. They won't even fold their hands to normally, the women especially to men, and say namaskar. Only to God they fold their hands. So there are certain things that all the time we go on shaking hands in the West, all the time we start bowing to everyone, saying sorry, thank you, and all that. That you will find they don't do. But at heart, they are very simple people. They live among rocks, so they have that rocky character. And I hope you'll enjoy them. May God bless you.
श्री माता जी, आपने हमें चैतन्य से आशीर्वादित किए, इसके लिए हम आपके शतशः ऋणी। आपके श्री चरणों में हमारा कोटि कोटि नमन। श्री माता जी को प्रणाम करके हम सब बंधन लेते हैं। जय श्री माता जी।